quarterback. You look at Curry this season so far, 66 attempts, 35 completions for Palomar. Hands it straight up the middle. Nice little play right there to Chevelle Sterling. Sterling gets a gain of about 2 on the play. They quickly come out. Once again, hands it off. Straight up the middle, gain of about 8. Bring up a 3rd down and 1. Looks over the sidelines. Big 3rd down and 1 right at the 34. Connor looks over. Sterling stays in at running back. Big 3rd down play to start this game off here at Chick Embrey Stadium. Hand it straight up off tackle. Nice little drive. Should make the sticks. Should get a 1st down for Palomar, and they do to start this game off. 1st down and 10 for Palomar right at the 36. Russell comes to the near side of the field. Curry still in at quarterback. Now gets Sterling back in the backfield with him. Kind of keeps it himself. Comes off left tackle. Sidesteps one. Slides by another across the 45 to the 46. So Connor Curry, not only can he throw the football, but hasn't done too bad this season. 65 yards and 26 carries. Russell here on this side of the field. Gamble out far to the right side of the field. Curry looks things over. 1st down and 10. Goes back. Here comes Curry. Gets hit. Ball comes up. Almost intercepted at the 44-yard line. So Connor Curry gets leveled on the play.
Good defensive pressure mark that time by the Hornets.
So the defense for the Hornets comes in off that defensive line. They've been tough this season. Russell goes to the far side of the field. Campbell comes to the near side of the field. Curry looks over the sideline. 2nd down and 10 at the 46. Gonzalez now in the backfield. Curry comes back, trying to get protection. Throws it out in the flat. Incomplete pass. So Curry trying to get it over to Devon Sneed. Sneed can't catch up with it, so that's going to make it incomplete. 3rd down and 10 at the 46. Arzola goes out wide to the right-hand side. Outside of him on that side is going to be Logan Campbell. Russell comes down here in the near side of the field. Curry looks things over. Big 3rd down and 10. Here comes the pressure up the middle. Curry throws over, throws on dive, just short. They're going to give him the first. They're going to mark him short of the 45. He needed to get over it for a 1st down. That's going to bring up a 4th. Let's see what Palomar does and keeps going with it. So Palomar trying to still go for it.
So, Mark, it's 4th and a short, or actually a long one.
Connor Curry goes up the middle off left tackle. Curry to the 30, 25, touchdown Palomar. Connor Corey goes right off a tackle up the middle of the field. Nobody there to count for him.
It's been a long week for Fullerton. And right there, the Hornets give up one of their longest plays on defense of the season. And Palomar 3-2 coming in hot. They need this victory to bolster their chances of making the playoffs, as Fullerton Well, regular season is it. They're trying to survive.
Ball is spotted, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 12:05 to go here at Chick Embrey Field, it's Palomar 7, the Hornets 0. You're watching Fullerton College football on Sportsnet, USA.net. Don't forget, hey, we took a ride down here. If you want to take a ride down here, what's the best way to do it? In a new Toyota. That's right. Miller Toyota of Anaheim, the proud sponsor. Community college sports, high school sports, but most of all, education. You know what? I'd like to tell you that Miller Toyota of Anaheim made a resuscitator because I'd buy you one, but sorry. Corey to my left, Gabby to my right. Hornet fans across the way, and of course, the good turnout for the Palomar fans here on our side of the field where Corey and I are tonight. Squibb kick taken at the 10. Gets up the middle to the outside, stays on his feet, turns the corner, tries to make it back, finally gets wrestled down there. So we'll see who comes in at quarterback. We happen to meet Gresh's dad, Gresh Jensen, our quarterback, when he came out. Tim Allen comes out to the near side of the field. Robert Downs III is going to be with him, along with Raymond in the slot. Gresh Jensen at quarterback, trips to the right. Jensen looks across the middle of the field, right there, first down for the Hornets. So, Corey, one of those things, the Dennis Houston 1-2 step throw. Gresh Jensen hits Houston coming across the middle of the field. First down for the Hornets as they move it up to the 42. Jensen rolls out again. Throws it to Robert Downs III, just a little behind him. Bring up a second down and 10 for the Hornets. 11:37 to go here in the first quarter. Sean North now comes to the far side of the field. Jensen almost gets him to jump. Deep down the streak pattern to Raymond. Raymond tries to shred a block. Gets all the way down to the 25.
32 yards on a pitch and catch from Jensen to Raymond. Nice job on a hitch and go. Get that starting lineup for the defense for the Comets in just a moment.
First down at 10, right at the 25. Jensen looks things over. Fakes it to Eckford, coming out of the backfield. Goes to Raymond, touchdown, Fullerton College.
Both teams come out firing, Mark, easy as cake on their first drives individually as a team. Well, individually for each school. Good recognition on both drives. Connor with the run. Gresh Jensen meeting Markel Raymond, and all he does is catch touchdowns. I believe that's his 5th touchdown of the season, Mark.
You're absolutely right. Number 5 for him. As long as this season was 88 yards. Corey Lewis comes from the point after. Ball is spotted. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 11:12 to go here in the first quarter, well, both offenses look good. Both defenses look a little suspect. It's the Hornets 7, the Comets 7 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Corey Neyland, Gabby Neyland, Mark Pavlovich. Corey looking lost and confused. Gabby looking rested and non-concerned. Wigan and Raboto back deep. Raboto back deep for the Comets. Corey Lewis will kick off at the 35. Williams takes it at the 10. Sidesteps at the 20, stays on his feet all the way across the 27. First down and 10 for Palomar there.
Mark, on defense, the starters are going to be Blake Hill as a tackle and James Rawls. Asher Froh gets to start at the right side defensive end along with Joey Noble, Cole Hansen, middle linebacker, Ryan Simpson, the outside on the far side. 33 you see there is Peter Kasibwe. We'll get that secondary in just a moment.
Curry comes in, brings Sterling back in the backfield with him, hands it off to Sterling. Sterling goes off the right side, tries to get back to the original line of scrimmage, no gain on the play. Second down and 10 for Palomar.
And that secondary unit near side corner is Jay Brown, who had a pick six last week. Xavion Steele on the far side. Number 3 is Troy LaFridge. And the other safety is Kari Henley.
Barkley now comes out to the near side of the field. In the slot next to him is Logan Gamble. Now back in the backfield is going to be Sterling. They go over to Barkley. Barkley tries to get it with his fingertips off the ground, just underthrown just a bit. Brings up a third down and 10 for Palomar right at the 28. So as efficient as they were on their first drive, just a little stuttering going on right here. Arzola is in the slot on the right-hand side. Barkley outside of him, the far side of the field. Russell here on the near side of the field. Connor Curry at quarterback looks over, goes back, looks and throws it over in the flat. Not a bounce right at about the 30-yard line is Armentrout. So Armentrout gets a gain of about 2, and they're going to have to punt the ball away.
That's how Fullerton wanted to start the first possession. But a good job if you're Palomar to score on your first. That way you're in the ball game. You're ready to go as Robert Downs, the third, back deep.
Stepanek going to punt the ball away. Nice little line drive to Robert Downs, the third. Taking it to 32, the 40. On his feet at the 50. Turns the corner at the 40. Cuts back, stays in front. Drug down at the 30-yard line.
Touchdown, saving tackle. I believe that was at the punter who brought him down. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. The long snapper brought him down. Edwin Voracek.
So Zach Smith now in the game for the Hornets. Smith hands it straight up the middle, gain of 5 on the play. So Devin Moore in at running back. Smith looks things over after a gain of 5 in the play. Smith looks over the defense. Smith fumbles the ball right in the middle of the field to Palomar, Corey, and it looked like a trick play. Well, the trick was on the Hornets.
Yes, it was, and that's Spencer Koanga who recovers the fumble.
So we're sitting at 9:22 to go here in the first quarter. Palomar 7, Fullerton 7. You're watching Hornet football on SportsNetUSA.net. Connor Curry comes out. You look at Curry's completed 53% of his passes this year, 35 to 66 for 393 yards, just about 80 yards a game when he's been quarterback for Palomar. Sterling, the running back. Sterling goes in motion now. Tries to throw it to Sterling in the flat, knocked down easily out there. So it's an incomplete pass. Second down and 10. Logan Campbell, near side of the field. Curry looks over, tries to get a nice hit. Sterling goes from right to left to strengthen up the offense. Connor Curry goes back. Feels somebody going, tries to pitch it. He does. Ball comes out. They're going to call, well, they're going to call it a completion, and then the ball is dead immediately there on another wonderful tackle. Zach Morrell tries to come across the middle of the field, gets a gain of maybe a half a yard on the play. So Gamble now switches the side of the field. Zach Morrell comes to the near side of the field. Armatrout now in the game as a wide receiver. Armatrout comes a low side of the field. Connor, shotgun formation. Gamble, a high side of the field, far side of the field. Connor Trout looks. Nobody's there. Gets caught from behind, and if he doesn't, it's first down.
And that's James Rawls, who has three sacks on the season. Tied for the team lead. That wasn't a sack. He got back to the line of scrimmage.
So fourth down. Robert Downs III comes back on the field. Will stand at the 32. Stepanak, the punter in the game, at his 10. 7:58 to go. High snap. Stepanak, booming kick. Robert Downs III at the 35, the 40. Stops. Stutter steps, goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Hornets. And we've got a flag right at the 50-yard line. So the Hornets first down and 10. Personal foul, hands to the face against Palomar. That's going to move it down the field for the Hornets. Should add 15 to the return with 7:46 to go. Smaller little dance squad from this Hornet, from this Palomar unit than we've seen in the past. Usually a few more people out here. Chris Jensen comes back out at quarterback. Lucky Avenger. That's like Avenger with an I in a running back. Jensen goes back, has time. Middle of the field, shoots, pushing up, almost intercepted there. As once again, the Hornets, as Sean Carter went up to get that football and couldn't come down with it. Incomplete pass.
And almost picked off by Giovanni Herrera.
So it'll be second down and 10 at the 40. Imager goes in motion. Jensen throws it to Tim Allen. Tim Allen comes away. Gets a gain of 3 on the play. Bring up a third down and 7 for the Hornets. So Tim Allen to the near side of the field. Xavier Green with him on this side. Sean Carter the far side of the field. Jensen in at quarterback. Big third down play. Changes it at the line of scrimmage. Lucky steps up a few steps. Looks to throw a block. Jensen going down. Xavier Green on the hands. Touchdown, Fullerton College. So Xavier Green gets in the end zone for the Hornets. And that's his first touchdown of the year for Fullerton College.
It's 5th reception of the year.
7:17 to go. Corey Neyland staying up all night to my left. Gabby Neyland sleeping all night to my right. Ball is spotted. The kick is up. And the kick is no good. Da, 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 da. I just thought I'd help the little music beat here on sports at USA.net. Wait a minute. It's copywritten. I shouldn't have done that, huh? Shame on me. Uh-oh. Violation. Oh, well. Stay with the theme of the program. Lewis puts the leg into it. Taking it to 10. Step needs a block. Flag thrown. Lewis has got to track him down. Corey Lewis can't. So Lamar Rabato goes down the field, almost takes it back. We get a flag. We'll see at the 30 what that flag may be. Illegal block in the back on Palomar. So that's going to move them back. Hornets 14. Palomar 7 here in Sportsnet, USA.net.
A little dark out there, Mark.
Connor Curry comes up. Corey puts on his X-ray vision to lighten up the picture here on sports at USA.net. Flag against Palomar. So we're going to move it back. So we get holding against Palomar. It's going to be declined. It's going to make it 2nd down and 9 right at the 16. Connor Curry at quarterback. Sterling at running back for Palomar. Palomar, 73 yards on the ground, 255 in the year. They're averaging 22 points a game so far. Barkley, near side of the field. Connor Curry throws a far side of the field. Tipped up. Ball picked out of the air right at the 25-yard line.
Troy LaFridge trying to go for 6, and he's in there. 2 straight weeks the Hornets, Mark, get a pick 6.
So Troy LaFridge on a ball batted at the line of scrimmage. Takes it out of the air and takes it home, and now the Hornets are trying to open it up just a little here at Chick Embrey Field. So the Palomar Comets give up a couple. Quinn Commons comes in at quarterback. The Hornets are going to go for 2. I formation. Commons at quarterback. Dennis Houston out to the right. Xavier Green goes in motion, and we get timeout by the Hornets. So the Hornets quickly call timeout with 6:14 to go. Illegal shift at the line of scrimmage, Mr. Neyland's telling me, so that's why they call timeout. So with 6:14 to go, it's the Hornets 20, the Comets 7 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Palomar Comets trying to get some enthusiasm going with the crowd here. Pretty quiet crowd here at Chick Embrey Field on sports.usa.net. So the Hornets decide to attempt the point after. Ball is spotted, kick is up, and the kick is good. So Corey Lewis continues to be good on points after. Attempted 20 coming into this game. He had made 18. That put him at exactly 90% completion ratio points after during this game here on sports.usa.net. Corey Neyland, Gabby Neyland, Mark Pavlovich, the complainer on sports.usa.net. My partner's disappeared. My other partner's disappeared. They've left me down here in Escondido. Corey Lewis comes in with 6:14 to go here in the first quarter. The ball falls off the tee. Why does it feel like this game's been going on for a while already here on sports.usa.net? Corey Lewis has tried again. Lewis, the big lefty, lots of leg in this. Backs it up all the way to the 3. Up the middle of the field, taken across the 30, refuses to go down. Nice return by the Comets. We get a late flag coming out. And Lamar Roboto gets it up. See where they mark that at. So we're going to get a penalty against the Comets again. Hometown fans getting a little restless with the officials here on sports.usa.net. Palomar giving up 27 points this year, scoring 22 offensively. Going to move that all the way back to the 21. So it'll be first down and 10 for Palomar at the 21 here on sports.usa.net. Shea Morales now in at quarterback for the Comets. Sterling stays in at running back. Sterling looks over. Morales over there. First down and 10. Right at the 21 for the Comets. Hand it up the middle. Give it off to Chevelle Sterling. Sterling gets a half a yard on the play. Sterling, 48 rushes this season for the freshman, 143 yards so far, 28 is his average per game on the ground.
Mark C.J. Davis now in there at the right tackle position for the Hornets. Gardner, middle linebacker, is also in for Cole Hansen. That's Jaden Gardner, and we'll get to the other changes in a moment.
Shea Morales looks things over. Trying to get some offense going. Morales goes back. Morales turns, and while he's trying to throw it, Corey, he is just smothered there defensively.
And Alan Giron was in there as well.
Arzola goes to the far side of the field. Russell comes to the near side of the field. Shea Morales still in a quarterback. Sterling at running back for the Comets. 3rd down and 10 at the 20. Try to throw it flat. Taken out there just short. Going to mark him down short at the 30. Gain of 8 on the play. And Palomar's going to punt the ball away. So Arzola gets a gain of 8 on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th down with 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Stepneck kicks it away. Robert Downs the third, takes it at the 30. Gets away from 1. Goes back the other direction and runs into somebody and says, well, hey, let's start it right at the 25 with 4:34 to go.
And Fullerton, Mark, got away with a push in the back.
So 1st down and 10 for the Hornets at the 25. Robert Downs the third comes out to the far side of the field with Tim Allen. Markel Raymond. As we have a penalty against the Hornets. So they mark it off. That's going to be marked all the way back to the 10. They didn't get away with the push in the back. Tim Allen, Robert Downs III, Raymond, near side of the field. Quinn Commons in at quarterback for the Hornets. Commons goes back, throws the far side, incomplete pass. Commons trying to put it at the money and just getting back in there, going after. Dennis Houston throws it a little short. So we get a flag against the Comets. That's going to be rushing the passer, so move it up to the 30. 1st down and 10 for the Hornets right there. Robert Downs, the third out wide to the right. Incomplete.
And Mark, that's Devin Kuros on the run, and he has a touchdown run this season. That came against Riverside.
Commons goes back, goes deep. Incomplete pass. Nice little grab going down the field there for an incomplete pass. So it'll bring up a 3rd down. Third down, 10 for the Hornets, right at the 30. Commons takes it himself. It's going to be short. It's going to bring up a 4th down for Fullerton. Lewis boots it away. Taken at the 35. Up to the 40, be first down and 10 for the Comets right there.
So Palomar has it. First down and 10 from their own 40, and they scored on their very first possession, but after that, Fullerton clamped down and was not able. Hand off again to Sterling. Sterling picks up a nice gain of 4 down to the 44. Bring up second down and 6. Connor Curry still the quarterback. Had a nice run of over 50 yards on that first drive. That's Shea Morales who hands off to Sterling. 2 weeks ago, he was the player of the week in the SCFA. They lost that game to Ventura 45-38. But he was one of those guys who came back and had a tremendous game passing in the second half. In the backfield with him is still Chevelle Sterling. Peter Kasibwe showing blitz on that near side. Third down, 4 yards to go. Two receivers split left, one to the right side. Devin Nielsen on the right side looking for him. One-on-one against Reggie Whitfield. And overthrown at the 20. Bringing up fourth down and 4 yards to go for the Comets. So fourth down and 4, bring up the punter once again. Robert Downs at third. Had a peek on his first attempt, and he's trying to go back and return one every time he touches it. So instead, Sean North, who has a 59-yard punt return this season, steps in to take the kick from Stepanek. It's going to be a false start on the Comets. Kick is away from North, bounces out of bounds about the 15-yard line. And the official stops. Side judge stops at the 15, and that's where Fullerton will have it. First down and 15 with 1:18 to play in the first quarter. Fullerton 21, Palomar 7. This is Fullerton College Football on SportsNetUSA.net. So Fullerton with that, and there's a penalty on the field. And looks like it's going to go against the Hornets. So it'll be half the distance to the goal at the 15. So that'll bring it to the 7-yard line, 7.5-yard line. And Fullerton will have it there. Didn't see what the penalty was. But again, it must have been an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Hand off to Eckford. To the left side, fakes out one, gets back to the middle, picks up a nice gain up to the 15-yard line. Make it the 16-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and 2. Nice gain of 8 running behind that offensive line of Glenn Bernard is the center today. Nathan Millard, the left guard. Right guard is James Stanton. Commons keeps it this time. No, that's Jensen who keeps it, and he stood up quickly by Maxwell Milner. And that'll be a gain of nada, being up 3rd down and 2. New left tackle in for this game is going to be Riley Straley, and the right tackle moving from the center position is Jacob Jankowiak. Third down, 2 yards to go. Drops back to pass. Jensen does. Over the middle is Robert Downs at third. Looks like he scooped it up off the ground. They're going to call an incomplete pass. And Downs at third trying to sell it. It'll be a first down if he gets it. It should be 4th down, and it is. So it'll be 4th down and 2, and that's going to bring out Corey Lewis to punt it away. 21-7 here, first quarter. As Fullerton, at the end of the first quarter, Fullerton leads 21-7. This is Fullerton College football on SportsNetUSA.net.
Quarterback. Gress goes back, looks down the middle of the field. Once again, flings it up there. Incomplete at the 20. Really good defense by the Comets with 12:51 to go. So 2nd down and 10 at the 45-yard line. It's the Hornets 21, the Comets 7 here at SportsNetUSA.net. Xavier Green comes in the near side of the field. Jensen hands it off the right side. Down to the 50. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 at the 50-yard line. Moore with the football. Moore took 162 yards last week. Gress Jensen comes back across the middle of the field. Throws it right there. Touchdown just short. So it looked like he wasn't going to make it. Gets kept from behind. And the Hornets move it again. Gress Jensen on the money tonight. Incomplete into the corner. Tries to get that to Sean Carter. Robert Down the third comes back in. Tim Allen with him on the near side of the field. Markel Raymond in the close slot. Kira's in at running back. Gress Jensen looks over at the sidelines. Big 2nd and goal for the Hornets with 12:08 to go. Here in the first half. Throws over. Incomplete. So it's going to bring a 3rd and goal. Jensen looks over, tries to set up the offense. Tim Allen. Rubber downs the third. Raymond, near side of the field. Carter to the far side of the field. Straight dive up the middle, can't get in, trying to squeeze. It's going to bring up a 4th and goal with 11:53 to go.
And on this play, I think Fullerton goes for it, Mark. You're already up 21-7. You have them backed up.
Corey Neyland comes up with the right decision for the Hornets with 11:37 to go. Jensen goes back. Fade route toward a touchdown, Fullerton College, as Raymond ranks it in touchdown number 6 for the season. Markel Raymond on a crossing pattern to get that touchdown for the Hornets. So 11:19 to go. And the Hornets get on the board again. Corey Lewis comes in for the kickoff. Big leg by Lewis. In the end zone. To the 10. Side step. Trying to get out of traffic. Almost does. Gets all the way up to the 19.
That was a nice return by Damian Wiggin. Wiggin, a 5'10" freshman out of Mission Hills, San Marcos. Mission Hills High School out of San Marcos. So Fullerton, Mark, after a turbulent couple weeks, trying to come out here and play hard. They're still a little bit sluggish. Omar Gonzalez now on the interior line. That left defensive tackle.
So 1st and 10. Hornet defense steps up, loss of 2 on the play.
And that is Jaden Garden, who sliced in there and makes the stop behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2. Isaiah Curry is the new left end. Joey Noble moves to the right side. That's one thing about this Fullerton College team, Mark. Very versatile on the offensive and defensive fronts.
So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 12 for the Comets. 10:39 to go. Comets trailing by 21. Come into this game 3-2, looking to stay in the playoff race. Curry throws it out in the flat. No one there. Try to turn the corner. Taken down. Ball goes down. They don't call him down. It's a foot race down the sideline. 40, 50. Driven out of bounds. Held up. And finally tackled at the 21.
An excellent play. An excellent job of keeping his feet. Is Isaiah Gonzalez. No, excuse me, not Isaiah Gonzalez. That's Zach Morrell.
Barkley comes to the close side of the field. 1st down and 10 at the 20. Throw it over, incomplete at the 20-yard line.
This is Palomar's best drive since their first drive of the game when they scored the opening touchdown on a 55-yard run from Connor.
Morrell couldn't scoop that one off the ground. Second down and 10, 9:48 to go.
So Connor Curry started the ball game. Shea Morales came in at the end of this first quarter, and now Connor Curry back in.
Second down and 10. Curry was going to throw it. And Shea Morales comes in the game. He starts playing better.
Good downfield coverage by Reggie Whitfield. Over the top was Kari Henley.
Big tight end William Gonzalez now comes in the game. Gonzalez going to be here on the right-hand side. Russell in the game. Zach Morrell to the near side of the field. Gonzalez, the tight end, on the same side of the field. Empty backfield for the Comets. Here comes the blitz for the Hornets. Throw for the corner. Not enough field to make a play with 9 minutes to go here in the first half. It's the Hornets 28. Comets 7 on SportsNetUSA.net. So, fourth down, timeout on the field with 9 minutes to go as we have a player that's hurt. Don't forget, next week we'll be home on SportsNetUSA.net. Corey Neyland, myself, Gabby Neyland. Round and round she goes, and where she stops, nobody knows. Welcome to the world of infinity and beyond. Big fourth down play by the Comets. Rolling the dice here in the first half. 4th and 5 at the 20. Curry goes back, throws in the slot, intercepted at the 2.
Kari Henley, his second interception of the game, steps in front. That time Fullerton dropped back into that 2 deep zone at the goal line.
So the Hornets up by 21 here on SportsNetUSA.net. Common comes out at quarterback now. Quinn Common in the game at quarterback. Quinn goes back, looks over the middle of the field. Incomplete pass. We get a flag on the play.
Jihad Hightower, who had a pick last week, he had the jersey of Robert Downs III, pulled him back.
So pass interference.
And that was a good call, Mark.
I'm not sure. This crowd yelling at us. I think the crowd's having more fun with the officials than they are with the score right now. It's the Hornets 28. The Comet 7 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Quinn Commons brings about first down and 10 at the 40. Commons getting protection, rolls away from the pressure, trying to find something, flings it over in the corner, incomplete pass. So Commons in at quarterback, Amager at running back. Dennis Houston, Tim Allen over here on the near side of the field. Houston on the far side of the field. Commons looks over, second down and 10 at the 40. They bring pressure up the middle. Commons has it picked up. Looks for the far side of the field, on the money, touchdown Fullerton College.
And that's Robert Downs, the third, 60 yards away. Commons floats it out. Downs, the third, falls under.
So 8:25 to go, and the Hornets are back online. Corey Lewis comes in for the point after. Ball is spotted, kick is up, and the kick is good. With 8:25 to go in the first half. It's the Hornets 35, the Comets 7. You're watching Hornet football on Sportsnet, USA.net. Corey Neyland, Mark Pavlovich here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Scott Giles behind us grabbing some pizza. This has been one long first half.
Yes, it has, Mark.
Welcome back to Sportsnet.USA.net. It's Halloween Saturday for us. Sportsnet.USA.net. Hornets having their way at the 30, the 40. Lobato going down the field, the 30. Sidesteps, gets drug out of bounds. Lamar Roboto goes all the way down the field. Corey on a 88-yard return. So Palomar, the Comets, needed something to bring up the spirits. Well, they got it right then, and a great return by that young man. You look at what he's done all year long. Averages 32 yards a return. Well, that average is going to pop up quickly. First down and 10 for the Comets on the 13. Straight up the middle, ball comes out. We'll see if Fullerton's got it. We got a flag on the play also.
And I couldn't tell who that was who tracked him down from behind. It looked like James Rawl was in the play, but that right side of that's CJ Davis and Asher Froh prevented no gain.
So the recovery of the fumble means nothing. Offsides against the Hornets with 8:05 to go here.
Mark, that would explain how they were in the backfield so quickly.
That's right. I can track you down if I get to jump on it about 30 seconds too early.
Palomar crowd is animated.
Straight in the middle, we get a flag in the middle of the field, gain of 2 on the play. So we'll see what that flag is.
And that will be Dre Major with the stop. So Fullerton getting everybody in the ball game trying to play. Dre Major, 6'2", out of Orlando, Florida, Evans High School.
Shot block. Offsides against the Hornets. They will offset each other with 7:35 to go. So we'll just redo the down. Ball's on the 8. First and goal at the 8-yard line. Connor Curry brings the line of scrimmage, looks over the sidelines, wants to find something to work. Connor Curry straight up the middle and almost in. Where they're going to give it to him, they're going to call him down right about at the half-yard line. Yeah. Two officials are going to get together and discuss.
Devion Sneed thought he had the end zone mark.
So it'll be well, it was first and goal. Now they've got it first and goal again. I'm not quite sure how that works. Sneed still in the backfield. They hand it off to Sneed, straight up the middle. Flag on the play. They call it a touchdown. Let's see what the flag is.
Might be another offside call on the Hornets, Mark.
So it's offsides against the Hornets, so it's 6:43 to go here in the first half. Sneed buries his way into the end zone for the Comets. Great return of 88 yards gets him down here, Corey, and then 3 dive plays in a row. I guess persistence pays off. When in trouble, try again. Don't give up the ship. Kick is up, and the kick is good. At first, you don't succeed. Keep trying here on sports@usa.net.
So now, Mark, it's 35-14 with 6:43 to play in this first half.
Is it 11 o'clock at night here on the East Coast?
Boy, it feels like it.
So the Hornets stick with us at halftime because we'll sort of update you on what's going on in Hornet land here on sports.usa.net. Injured player on the field. Big touchdown for Palomar. Only 3 scores behind with an entire second half to play. The Hornets have looked good.
They've looked decent. They've had big plays that came up big, or redundancy there. They've had big plays that served them well. And that big offensive lineman walking off under the guidance of help with the trainers. That is Josh Castrellian, a 6-foot sophomore. 300 pounds out of Carlsbad, Costa Canyon High School.
The lighting here at Chick Embrey Field sort of reminds you of the lighting at La Palma Park. Mickey Flynn could have played here in the old days. The galloping ghost of La Palma Park, because you can get lost over there in the shadows.
Yeah, you could.
Hornets up by 21. Pooch kick. Taken at the 20. 25, trying to run over his own guys. They're going to call him down with a lot of hitting right out there right now at the 26-yard line.
And that's Xavion Steele, who has a punt return block for a touchdown this season. Getting some action on that kick return.
Flag at the 40. So that would be offsides if that flag does stand with 6:36 to go. Here in the first half on SportsNetUSA.net. Offsides, Comets. So we're going to re-kick it. So Devin Moore now comes in the game. He'll be the return artist to the near side of the field. Moore backpedals. Takes it at the 5. Cuts up the middle at the 20. Stays on his feet. Crosses the 30 all the way down at the 35.
And a flag.
We get a flag, Corey, again.
At the 26, and you know what that means, Mark.
It's coming back. So the ball's coming back with 6:28 to go here in the first half on Sports8USA.net. Corey Neyland, Gabby Neyland, the Buddha of Babel here on Sports8USA.net.
Mark, don't forget, Fullerton College is just not athletics. It's also, well, a college where you learn.
Excuse me?
You learn culture, you learn diversity, you learn to meet new people. You learn history.
Technology. Gresh Jensen rolls out, throws it quickly in the flat. Tackle's trying to be made, can't do it.
It's Markel Raymond who fights off. So Markel Raymond.
Couple touchdowns tonight.
3 catches, 2 sixes. At Fullerton College, Umoja presents a Let the Fire Burn film screening. It's coming up this week on October 9th, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Sean Carter to the near side of the field. Robert Downs the third with him. Gresh Jensen goes back the other direction. Incomplete. So trying to get it to Enfant Eckford coming out of the backfield. Eckford can't catch up with that one.
And that's going to be in Building 500, Room 513. It's a documentary of a 1985 standoff between MOVE, a Black Liberation Group, and the Philadelphia Police Department. Snacks will be provided. Also, on the 10th, Chop It Up series. We'll get into that in just a moment.
Tim Allen now near side of the field. Robert Downs the third with him. Gresh Jensen goes back again. Rolls away, throws it across the middle of the field. Oh boy, it's going to be interesting to see where they spot this.
At the 25, it's a first down. I don't know if he got the ball to the 25, but they're going to give it to him, Mark.
Boy, I thought Moore came up a little short.
So did I.
Catching that one.
And speaking of chopping it up, Mark and I will be chopping it up about Fullerton College athletics this week. That's happened the last couple weeks, and especially the football program.
Jensen goes back again. Looks, go to the right side of the field. Up, out, taken down. Catch right there by Raymond. Dennis Houston.
The Chop It Up series from Umoja talks about current events. Mark and I will talk about current events that's happening in the football department. Why Gary Campbell is the acting head coach and not Tim Burns.
So Houston pulls it out. Goes up one more time down the middle of the field. Incomplete pass. 5 minutes to go. Gresh Jensen trying to pick up the pace for the Hornets. They're up by 21. It's the Hornets 21, the Comets 14 on SportsNetUSA.net.
Well, don't forget, on the 11th of this week, the LGBTQ Students Forum, the 8th annual forum, be at the Cadena Cultural Center. They're hosting that.
Xavier Green comes out now. Near side of the field. Jensen looks over, 2nd down and 10, just across the 50-yard line. Looks back over the sideline. Font Eckford in at running back for the Hornets.
Mark, safety's in. Everybody's 8 yards from the line of scrimmage.
They hand it off to Eckford. Eckford goes off right tackle, stays on his feet. Gain of 8 on the play.
Eckford does a nice job of turning the corner, and he goes one cut straight up the field. If he takes that and veers out to the sideline just a little bit more, he's got a chance to pick up the 1st down, maybe more.
3rd down, they're going to mark it back a couple yards. They're only going to call it a gain of 6. 3rd down and 4 for the Hornets at the 44-yard line. Xavier Green stays in the slot, left-hand side. Out wide to the right is Sean Carter. Jensen goes. This time keeps it himself. Gets away from the first one. Big young man from Montana motor scooters across the 40.
You know, Mark, he's a big guy, like you said, and he puts his head down and motors over and bowls over. His dad is here. He gets 2 games. Now from watching his mom gets 2 games, and they switch off coming back and forth.
We should see his dad next week when we're back at Chappelle Stadium. Gresh Jensen looks, throws it right across the middle. Incomplete pass.
And speaking of the LGBTQ, on the 11th, that's in room 228 of the College Center. That's from 2 to 4, held in honor of LGBTQ History Month. The theme of that is queer self-preservation in modern America. Contact the Kadena Cultural Center for more information.
2nd down and 10 for the Hornets. 4 minutes to go. Right there to Raymond again. Pulls it down after a gain of about 6. We're under 4 minutes in the first half of a interesting game, which is an interesting week here on Sports at USA.net.
And I'll try one more before we get to the rest in the second half about the Fullerton College campus tour. Sorry.
Oh, you sure you want to try this?
Yeah, we'll see.
Chris Jensen says, I should have tried it, Corey. I got so caught up in listening to you read Corey Neyland, I held onto the ball too long.
Chris Calhoun with the sack. That's his first sack of the season. Head official does a nice job of not throwing a flag in that situation. So that was on 3rd down. So Corey Lewis comes in to punt it away. I'd like to see a field goal attempt myself.
He's promised me one of 63 yards sometime this year. Lewis, shank shot taken at the 13-yard line. We're at the 2-minute and 50-second mark with another read by Corey Neyland here on Sportsnet USA.net.
Got 2 minutes and 50 seconds. The Fullerton College Theater Arts presents 13 Past Midnight, also on October 11th. That's at 7:30 at the Campus Theater. Performances are Thursday the 11th, Friday the 12th, and Saturday the 13th. All performances at 7:30. So we'll get to the rest of what's happening on campus in the second half as soon as I learn how to speak again.
Connor Curry comes out. Sneed still in at running back. Curry keeps it himself, goes up straight center, gets a gain of 2 on the play. Second down and a long 8 yards. People shuffling in and out for Palomar in their gray uniforms with their reddish numbers.
Oh, they're black with red trim.
Okay.
Ghostly colors makes them phantoms. That's what they call them. They're phantom uniforms.
They are. Throw it quickly out the flat. Caught at the 18-yard line. Gain of 2. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Comets.
And if they don't call them the phantom uniforms, they should.
We're under 2 minutes here in the spooky first half here in October. That's right, we've had ghosts and goblins traveling with Corey Neyland and myself. Third down and 6 for the Comets. 4-man rush. Connor Curry steps out of it, turns the corner, stays on his feet, runs for the sidelines, across the 30, at the 31, first down for the Comets.
With 2 picks and 1 pick six mark in this first half for the Hornets, Connor Curry's a little tentative, hesitant to throw the ball down the field. Kari Henley has one at the goal line. Troy LaFridge had one and ran it back for 25 yards for a 6.
But when you look at that, Corey only being down by 21, really the Comets are playing good football without burying themselves in that first half. Curry goes back, little flat pass, taken right there. Didn't take him down at the 30-yard line.
It was at Duke Kakiva who was in the ball game, and it is Duke. Mark, he started the season as a linebacker. He's moved down to the front 4 and makes a solid stop.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Shows some quicks down there for a D-line.
Snead stays in at running back, Curry at quarterback. Comets not really in a hurry. Curry pulls it down himself, decides he's going to run it. Turns the corner, stays on his feet, dances out of bounds right at the 47 for another first down. So Connor Curry, when you look at him so far this season, has only rushed for 65 yards on 26 attempts, averaging 13 yards a game. Corey, he's well over that tonight.
Take what the defense gives you. And again, they're not really hurrying. You don't want to make a mistake and go down 42-13, or excuse me, 42-14 if there's another interception. But again, right here, you might want to take a chance down.
Russell close to us. Nielsen in the slot here on the right side of the field. Curry back there with Snead at running back. Here come the Hornets. Throw it over the middle. On there, gain of 7. No tackling. When you can't tackle somebody, you're giving them an additional 8 yards.
That Xavion Steele held him up. Jay Brown tried to strip him. That's just an excellent job by the receiver, Malachi Russell, to hold on to the ball and pick up positive yardage.
So we get time out on the field with 36 seconds to go here on Sportsnet USA.net. It's the Hornets 35, the Comets 14. Hey, you know what? If you're having a bumpy ride in your car, you're having a bad night because nothing goes right, you turn on a switch, it doesn't do what you want it to do. You think you've got the radio playing and it's just not. You got that little computer face on your Toyota, and no matter what you touch, the screen doesn't give you the answer. Well, what's the best thing to do? Take that car and turn it into Miller Toyota of Anaheim. That's right, Miller Toyota of Anaheim has a wide variety of new cars and used cars to your choosing. So it's Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Euclid, the 91, Miller Toyota of Anaheim is a proud sponsor of community college sports, high school sports, but most of all, education. That's Miller Toyota of Anaheim.
And Mark, we're going to have a college event next month. The Fullerton College Classic, the basketball classic next month.
Perry Webster, we're going to be out there. Curry goes back, rolls away from the pressure, flings it up on the money, first down. And you've got to watch the way now he's doing it as Mikkel Barkley comes across the field, finds an opening, and Connor Curry puts it right in his hands.
In that tournament, Thursday the 8th, Friday the 9th, and Saturday of November 10th, we'll be out there for Thursday and Friday, all 6 games.
First down and 10 for the Comets, right at the 25. Curry looks over. Barkley comes in the slot. Curry going in that direction. Look for turn to the outside. Incomplete. 23 seconds go. Lots of time for the Comets before this first half ends on SportsNetUSA.net.
And it was good that wasn't a better thrown ball because it was in the almost triple coverage and it could have been picked. Jay Brown was there, excuse me, Reggie Whitfield was there step for step. Troy LaFridge got deeper than the deepest guy. And underneath, they're in a nickel package. Then there was Jay Brown.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Barkley to the near side of the field. Nielsen Russell to the far side of the field. Fullerton bringing the blitz up the middle, going for Barkley. Barkley gets grabbed, holds on to it.
Touchdown. They're going to call him at the 1.
They're calling him at the 1. I thought he bobbled it at the 1 and stepped into the end zone.
So did I. I thought that was a 6, a beautiful 6 there. It looked like he bobbled it, brought it down, kicked the pylon across the pylon into the goal line for 6 points.
Yeah, Corey Neyland had a great view of it, and he's absolutely right on the call. Sneed in at running back. 1st and goal. Sneed, does he get it? Touchdown, Comets.
And there's going to be offsides on Fullerton, so that'll stand.
Mr. Neyland sees it twice in a row. Hey, wait a minute. You got something right twice in a row?
Have to get something right tonight. Let's just hope Ed Ford deletes all his text messages.
No, he's just sitting up there at Santa Ana College just shaking his head, going, 2 old guys, 2 old guys.
And it was a simple fix, Mark. I'm not even going to tell you either.
Ball is spotted, kick is up, and kick's good. You're going to have to tell me if it was a, was it
no,
really?
Yes, it was.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I need to know. I may have to do it one day. That's why you have to tell me on the ride home.
So what else is happening on Fullerton College?
Man,
you talk about the Fullerton College Classic.
Well, I didn't. You did.
Walt, it's a Walt Simon tribute. We knew Walt. He was one of the prolific scorers, leading scorer in Fullerton College history. We got to know him at Vanguard University, where he was an assistant coach on the women's team, and great interview.
Yeah, he was a prolific talker, too.
Yes, he was.
Hey, Walt, how are you?
20 minutes later, that was a good interview.
That's it. Walt never missed a shot when he was talking. One of the all-time greats. Make sure you come out and watch that wonderful young basketball team.
You got a wonderful young coach, too.
Absolutely.
That's North.
North picks it up. Sean North takes it out to the 30. So the Hornets, who looked like, Corey, with 7 seconds to go, were in complete control of this football game. In the last 4 minutes, well, either they got a flat or lost control or just missed that simple fix.
Just forgot to press a button, Mark.
And allow. Oh, wow.
But you know what?
What's that?
You got my back.
I do.
And that's important when you're working within an organization. Have the back until you can't have that back anymore.
Hey, if you can't smile and support the people you work with, then why be out there? If you can't say, hey, you know what, I'm on your side and know things are going to be okay, why be there? We're going to discuss that as we come to the end of the first half. As we come to the end of the first half, it's your Fullerton College Hornets 35, Palomar Comets 21. Here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Corey Neyland, Mark Pavlovich, and we are going to have a discussion about Fullerton College here on Sportsnet, USA.net in just a second.
Scoring updates, Santa Ana, 3. LA Southwest, 0 at half.
Boy, you'd think with a score like that, they could have texted us back 21 times on Sportsnet, USA.net. You know, before you do anything else, you know, we're going to be back at halftime. Don't forget all the things you can look at here on sports.usa.net. Maybe you're looking for that future for something different that you need to be. You're somebody my age, and you say, hey, I need to learn a new craft. I need to have something there. Where are other place to go? What's the best place to do and go to? A community college in your area. That's right. Maybe you're somebody that just says, hey, sports broadcasting, yeah, all the new technology, it's confusing. Maybe I have a few problems with it, but eventually you'll learn it and learn how to use it. If you were to take a 145 sports broadcasting class, maybe you just always wanted to be a writer and never took that chance. Well, now you can do it at any age, heading back to a community college and trying to learn to be what you'd like to be along the way. So take some time out. Maybe next time when you get that brochure from your community college, take a hard look at those classes and just say to yourself, I think I could go back to school. I think I could maybe accomplish my dream. I could do what I want to do or what I've wanted to do all my life. Any local community college, be it San Diego, Orange County, LA, head up to Northern California, the Bakersfield area, Merced, San Francisco, Butte, all of those community colleges have what you may want to do with your future. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or 88, take a look at a community college. That may be the place to go. We all here at sportsnetusa.net have attended classes at community colleges, and they've really helped us along the way. And that's why we, Corey Neyland and myself, have been proud spokespeople for this community college at Fullerton for many, many years. We have enjoyed all the people that we've met through the years, the staff, the administrators, the people in the coaching staff, and that's why when we talk about this next thing, and let me express it this way. Everything you're going to hear, you can say, hey, wait a minute, what's sportsnetusa.net talking about? No, it's Corey Neyland and Mark Pavlovich as two guys that have been connected with an athletic department for 18 years. It's not the athletic department asking us to talk about this. It's not the administration asking us to talk about this. It's two old guys that have been proud members of a broadcast team that have brought you a variety of sports from Fullerton College. And the man to my left, Corey Neyland, well, he was weaned on sports. He adores college sports and community college sports. He thinks it should be something that is really revered when you talk about it. And of course, I'm just an old guy that's fallen in love with community college sports through the years, and all my coaches, the people I know. So these comments that you're going to hear for the next 20 minutes are strictly ours. They're not associated with anybody else but Corey Neyland and Mark Pavlovich about what's currently going on at our community college in Fullerton, California.
Yes.
Sort of set that up right, huh? You and I take the spaghetti in the face on this one.
Oh, yeah, and it's one of those things that you talk about community college sports. It's one of those things that needs more definition, a defined niche. And with that defined niche needs to come defined rules. You cannot be general courses. This needs to be your specific major. So you have to have defined rules, not all encompassing. Let's say one violation or one wrongdoing cannot be the same, a major wrongdoing cannot be the same as a minor wrongdoing. That's simply not how it works. If there's multiple infractions that have occurred, and if you don't know what we're talking about, there was a press release issued by Fullerton College about Tim Burns not being suspended from his head coaching duties. That took place, and he's right before the key to the county game. Garrett Campbell is now the acting head coach for Fullerton College. There are allegations, and then the Orange County Register picked up the article and wrote about it. We're going to take this in about 4 steps, Mark.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll talk about what happened. And first off, I want to apologize to Fullerton College football team, coaching staff a little bit, because normally we speak our mind. And so we were asked not to speak specifically or in general about the situation. And we acquiesced, and we assumed that more information was going to be given and provided, trickled down, if you will, over the last 2 weeks. We assumed that there was going to be something that we're going to come out and get ahead of this. We support Tim Burns until you can't. We do. And
We do, yes.
so it's one of those things that we thought that that was going to happen. That's why we were asked to hold off and not discuss this. So I apologize for that because we should have. We should have been the ones to get out and discuss this and get out in front of it because no one else asked, quite frankly.
No, no.
We still don't know the complete story. So we will discuss this through one point of view and ours and assume what happened.
Yeah, and assume that what little we know is the truth, and we are basing our opinion on what we've been told, and we are under the impression what we've been told is the truth.
So, Fullerton College has been accused sanctioned. Where is it now, Mark? The recruiting violations. Bylaw 2.11, subsidizing inducements and special privileges to student athletes. Now, when you look at this information, it's information and subsidizing that special privileges that other students don't have at Fullerton College.
Yeah, and when you say things like this, now let's be clear about when a general law is written across the board and it applies to many vague and gray areas, that the response that was in our local newspaper made it sound like, and this is why Corey and I are saying something, that everybody on the staff was guilty of something, that they'd been guilty of stuff for many years. And I've been associated with this program for over 18 years. First of all, let me state, Corey, before you go on, the good that this program has done. I don't know how many students, be it men or women, have moved on to the Division I, Division II, Division III levels, the NAIA, and completed their college degrees that are going to be a benefit to society. So let's get something very clear. There is much more positive that is out there that is being discussed. And when you bring up this general rule, Corey, it really does. You could probably throw us in under the bridge too here and into the water or the frying pan and say, well, everybody associated with the program is guilty some way or form. That's how vague the rule is.
Yeah, and that's every community college.
Yes.
Every community college that recruits out-of-state players, every community college that recruits players, because honestly, there's no money in the community college level. And let's plain and simple. There's not the money you see in high Division I. There's not even the money you see in high school athletics at the community college level, and this should be the next level up. So the athletic bylaw number 2, athletic recruiting, is defined as any solicitation of an individual, a member of his, her family, legal guardian, or coached by a college staff member or by a representative of the college's interest to encourage enrollment at that institution for the purpose of athletic participation. So that's just a definition. But what Fullerton College is being sanctioned for is 2.11, like we mentioned, subsidizing inducements and special privileges. Receipt by a prospect, student athlete, of a subsidy, inducement, or special privilege not authorized by the Constitution and bylaws would be a violation of Bylaw 2. Minimum penalty shall be assessed as described in Article 7.4.11. And there are a number of violations or reprimands that could occur, from suspension, loss of games, loss of stripping of national titles and awards, things like that, and postseason. And Fullerton College not going to the postseason this year.
And here's what bothers me about rules like this. Rules like this don't say, gee, if something just slipped through the crack and you didn't know about it, you just became aware of it, and you come out publicly and you try to correct it, we're going to give you that opportunity to clean things up and let nothing happen to you. Okay, you understand a mistake. Hey, guess what? IRS does it for all of us. Oh, you didn't know you should do this? Okay, just make things good, and we're okay with you. The nastiest group in government in the world, IRS, does it. All of a sudden this, if it's something where it was self-reported, where it was talked about, and said, hey, I didn't know. If I'd have known, then you should be able to say to that individual, look, okay, I'm not going to really slap you on the wrist, Corey. I am going to do something to you, but it's not going to be drastic. It's going to be measurable to if you really knew. And to me, cheating is, okay, this is me. To me, cheating is I know I'm doing it. I know it's wrong. I'm going to do it anyway. And if you catch me, well, good for you. Then there's the person that says, hey, I didn't know that was happening. If I would have known, I would correct it. Now that I do, let me correct it.
And that's the
you
thing.
Can't put them in the same breath,
And that's
as far
what
as
happened,
I'm concerned.
And that's what happened with Fullerton, it appears, we assume. And what we've been told that that's what happened. Fullerton College football head coach Tim Burns found out about a situation, went to the administration, and told them. Now there's more information. We have to go through due process, and let's hope that due process goes accordingly. Because due process, in my opinion, when you told me about this, I was thinking, okay, what else happened? What was the bad thing that occurred regarding living situation? And not monetary situation that money changed hands, or let's say people got jobs that they were making money for and not working. It wasn't anything like that. So it was one of those things where a living situation, okay, that's fine. In my opinion, yeah, you can reprimand for this situation. I have no problem with Fullerton College being reprimanded. If they don't go to the postseason, that's fine. But that should be the end of it because of the type of situation that occurred. It wasn't that serious, in my opinion. Now, if anything comes out more, then we can always go back and revise our thinking.
Well, and let's go this direction when we talk about it also. There are some programs that don't need to be named that are multiple offenders every few years. They do something wrong. Then there are programs that get caught, and when I say get caught, because they self-report and somebody goes, ooh, let's go get them. They've been a champion. That don't do things wrong. You don't hear about them doing anything wrong. You don't hear about them getting in trouble.
And because the language of these bylaws are so vague and so general and all-encompassing and broad that you have to self-report because you just don't know. Community college football and community college sports in general is trying to grow. You cannot grow out of vagueness. You have to be exact, have a defined plan and defined rules to grow yourself and to punish when those defined rules are broken.
Well, if you saw the coaches show what Ryan Osborne and I did this week, and we did at the beginning, we touched on this in a metaphoric way. If something goes wrong, tell me what's wrong, Corey, and then how do we fix it? And then let's go out and fix it, and let's work for it. And if that group is actually doing this and they're not deceiving, they haven't done anything that's given an advantage over anybody else, it hasn't allowed them to go out and bring in giant D1 players, like you said, that don't go to class, that are getting money for doing something. If it's none of that, I'm still equal to you, then look at me for who I am. Sit down and everybody talk about it instead of saying, which, at least for me, when I read the local paper's article,
and I'm glad you hit on that.
It made everybody who we had known at the present time, the past time, and years gone back for me, 18, you 16 respectively, all those people, as far as I'm concerned, were tainted in that article. And shame on the individual who wrote that article that didn't find out what was going on, didn't talk to everybody that was involved, so they could write a comprehensive article of the yays and nays that went on. And you know what? Not only that, you weren't there for the good times. Don't come knocking on my door for the bad times. Shame on you. Stay away. You shouldn't have written
And here's the thing. If it's not going to be in-depth, I know newspapers have so many inches they can write. But if it can't be, okay, just the press release that Fullerton College issued, then you can't assume more. You can't imply more. It was a misleading statement specifically about the number of out-of-state students coming to Fullerton College. With that just statement, it implies that the out-of-state students coming to Fullerton College are getting paid. They're getting stuff that normal students don't get. And they're coming to California to play football only and not go to class. This is what it implies. It implies that the Fullerton College coaching staff and athletic department is cheating. It implies that the community college level is an eyesore in sports. If there was more attention paid to it, then more people would know that it's not. All schools, community college, and I'll just use California as an example, we recruit out-of-state players, go through this situation. And if you want to look at every single program and assess blame, well, you might as well disband the CCCAA and keep California Community College.
And the SFCA.
And the SFCA. So that those defined rules we want a little bit more, because it's just not Fullerton that has gone through situations like this. It has been Bakersfield, who has some Gavilan. We don't know what exactly happened because we're not up there. There were more infractions at that school than Fullerton, yet same punishment.
Yeah, and I'm going to go back. You know, we always talk about the old guy being the glass half full. If you're going to write that article, hey, tell me all the good stuff that the athletic department is doing.
I don't even care about the good stuff.
I do.
You want to hear about, okay, the follow-up to this. You want to know that this is an investigation that the paper is continuing to eyeball and watch, not just throw a statement out there and say, that's it. That statement has to follow it up with something and be a sign. When you mention the good and the bad, yes, community college deserves more attention. It should get more attention in the local papers, and not just for Fullerton in the Orange County area, but every single community college.
And Corey, you should, because the only time they get mentioned, and that's why I brought up the good, the only time they get mentioned.
If they're going to a state championship game.
Yeah, and let's sensationalize anything that can be sensationalized and makes me look at as a great writer. There's a lot of young, good men and women that attend classes at community college level. And we have known coaches, hey, we're not just talking Fullerton. You and I could talk all the coaches we've met. A great group of men and women that are out there. And I think it's disrespectful to them as educators to, like you said, hand a statement out there that, gee, if I walk onto the left, oh, wait a minute, that might be part of which violation?
Yeah,
because it's so vague.
If there's no follow-up, then, yeah, that's shame on that report. So that's why there needs to be follow-up so they can say, well, those two guys don't know anything. This is what we're doing with our investigation.
Yeah, but the thing is to, take a little time to look and to understand that when something happens to your program, don't immediately all of a sudden just assume that it's bad and they're guilty.
Yes, and you expect your administrators to have your back until they can't have your back anymore. You expect your administrators to go to the specific team that has these sanctions against them and discuss with each individual coach or as a group what the plan is to move forward. What the plan is to either appeal this process or what the punishments will be. We don't know anything. Not many people know much because that hasn't happened. And that's where the administration has to do a better job of speaking out for and standing up for, because that administration, these aren't new people. No. 18 years specifically no.
They've been around for a while.
And they've been around for a while. So they should know the character of their head coach. So if they're going to suspend, yeah, I don't mind the suspension. But you have to have their back. You have to support the head coach, and we're talking about Tim Burns. This is not a fireable offense. This is not something that Tim Burns shouldn't be back as the head coach next year. That should happen. He should come back and resume his duties. If that does not happen, then that's wrong.
Yeah, and we're not just saying it because we know Tim.
Yeah.
I mean, we would say this about people we don't know, and that's what people need to know. We love this sport, Corey. We love athletics. You and I are weaned on it. We're guys that do this for fun.
Yeah, and this is based on the information that we have now. If we had more information, which we have requested but haven't gotten, then we go from there.
Yeah, and when we do, we will speak our mind till somebody walks up and pulls the plug on sportsnetusa.net, and then you go to the coaches show, then you go to my Twitter page, then you go to my Facebook page, because, hey, there's right and there's right. And you know what? That's what this is all about, doing what is right for everybody involved.
Yeah, we want something like this to, define and not broaden so much. We want some more exactness. We want appropriate rules to violations when they occur.
Yeah, we do. And I mean, if you break a rule, not a general statement, okay, we could see it. But when you dabble into general statement areas where you don't know, and then if you're correcting it yourself, I'm going to say what my grandson would say to me right now, and he's 2 years old. Oh, please. That's from Emmett Benjamin Pavlovich. My grandson would wonder why he gets in trouble when it wasn't explained to him well enough why he's still in trouble for correcting what he found as a miscue on his own part.
Yeah, and if more comes out and we're wrong, we're wrong. But right now we're saying it, and we believe it.
Shall we wait till part 2 next week?
There's a part 2?
Well, there might be, because you don't know what's going to happen during next week when we step on campus. Especially when they look at me and go, where is your partner, Corey?
Oh, Mark, please.
No, wait a minute, that's, oh, please. Come on, if you're gonna quote my grandson, get it right.
I wasn't quoting your grandson.
Oh, okay. I will, Emmett. Oh, please.
I was quoting Richard Pryor.
Okay. And if you're a Fullerton College fan right about now, you might just say, oh, please.
Get these two old dudes and shut them up.
We're only up by 14. What's the story here on sports.usa.net? You know what? I don't think anybody could ever shut up two old dudes like us. I can't even shut up the young kid Ryan Osborne, the host of the Coaches Show on sports.usa.net. You can go to Orange News to find that. Ryan and I just did the last show together.
Mark, Ryan's been influenced by some bad people in the sports world.
Ryan and I dabbled in this just a little on sports.usa.net.
And that's north and more. More north, back deep.
North takes it at the 10, up to the 20, the middle, gets hit at the 27 and goes down. Then we have a scrum in the middle of the field. Officials walk in. I like that too, Corey, because the officials don't throw a flag. They stop both players, get in between them. Nobody penalized here on sportsnetusa.net.
That was Joey Noble in the fracas along with Damon Wigand.
Gress Jensen comes back out at quarterback. Tim Allen comes out to the near side of the field. Robert Downs the third in the slot next to him. The man with all the touchdowns. The closest to the corner right there. Markel Raymond has a couple tonight already. Gress Jensen quickly goes up, out of bounds. Thrown to Dennis Houston on the far side of the field. Font Eckford in at running back. Gabby Neyland to my right. Corey Neyland making sure the hallway's still clear so we have a good getaway. Run, Corey, run. Grace Jensen goes back over again. Up for a first down, just across the 40. They're going to mark him down at the 41.
And that's again Dennis Houston, who has 3 catches this evening and 1 touchdown.
Xavier Green, little speed burner, comes into the near slot.
Has his 5th catch of the season and 1 touchdown. That was in the first quarter. Look for tight end Lucas Luft, wearing number 80.
Jensen looks it over, comes back in. First down and 10. Moore in at running back. Grass goes back, going down to Xavier Green, trying to get open. Can't do it. Gets run out of bounds. Second down and 10 at the 41. Sean Carter now comes in. Near side of the field, Robert down the third. Second down and 10 at the 40. Jensen looks over, goes back, gets adequate protection, flips it to Moore coming out of the backfield. Moore gets a gain of 7 on the play, just short of the 50. And they're saying, well, it's a fumble. Moore is down.
Ball did come loose. It was juggled, but Moore retained possession.
Dennis Houston comes in the game. He'll come to the near side of the field. Markel Raymond in the slot on the right side, where Robert Downs the third and Tim Allen. Third down and 4. Gresh Jensen looks over there. He's had a successful, quiet night. Play clock down to 8. Jensen throws it right at the sticks. Taken, turned, knocked out of bounds. One more time, Markel Raymond gets it. We've lost the scoreboard here at Chick Embrey Field.
It's okay, Mark. We lost the stats, too.
It's been one of those nights, hasn't it? Here today, gone tomorrow. First down and 10 for the Hornets.
Was that the title of our halftime?
It should have been. If I'd have said hair today, that would have been a lie. Now they get the scoreboard back. Now they lose it again.
What's this, 2 weeks in a row with no scoreboard, with scoreboard issues?
Scoreboard comes back. It goes, it comes, it goes, it comes. It's like a blinking opening and closing sign of a store. First down and 10 for the Hornets at the 43. Jensen looks over. Moore steps up even, now walks in front of him just a little to his right. Big first down. Jensen goes back. Excellent protection, throws it out in the flat, incomplete pass. The offensive line has really kept Gress off his back today at quarterback position.
Jankoviak playing left tackle instead of center today. Stanton, who his dad, very nice gentleman, met his wife today, his mom, and Joey Noble's mom and sister. Had a nice lunch today.
We did.
He's the left guard. Glenn Bernard is the center.
Jensen goes back again, pulls it down, going deep down the corner, picked off. Beautiful interception on the far side of the field. Corey, I tell you what, talk about timing. That's exactly what you got from that defensive back.
And that was Jihad Hightower, it looks like, and it was. That's his third interception in 2 weeks. And again, Gresh Jensen threw that on a line drive, and Hightower went high and picked it off because Markel Raymond had 2 steps on him.
So a turnover for the Hornets, only up by 14 with 12:26 to go here in the third quarter.
Secondary starting with the safeties. Henley near side, LaFridge far side, near side corner is Steele, Brown the far side.
First down and 10. Going deep, all the way down the middle. Ball is hit and brought in, and Corey, what a catch down the field. You've got to look at that one once again. Logan Gamble just pulls it in and really was sort of saved by the defensive back to actually help get that one caught.
You know, Logan Gamble did a nice job of pulling it in with his right hand because Corey Henley made an excellent play making contact right when the ball appeared.
First down and 10 at the 38. Drop it up the middle. Sneed refuses to go down. So Devon Sneed says, well, you know what, guys? Let's get it going. Give me the ball. I'll pick you up 5 yards on that carry.
Yeah, Mark, that's one of those things where Palomar came back, lost by 7 to Ventura a couple weeks ago. They were down in the first half, came back in the second half. They were down 45-17, I believe. They lost 45-38.
Connor Curry brings him back up. You look at Curry so far this season, 53% as a passer. Fakes it to Sneed, throws it Nobody finds an opening right there. And once again, gets it to Gamble. Gamble gets enough for a first down. So Gamble comes on the near side of the field. Gamble's been the hot receiver right now for Palomar. Curry says, we'll see what we do. Goes back again. Going down deep. Clock gone up for ball. Almost taken out of the air as they go for Gamble one more time. Logan Gamble has been the hot receiver, and that's who they're going to.
Yeah, I missed that last tip broken up by Xavion Steele.
So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 right at the 45.
I think tomorrow I'm going to go with those spiders out of my arm.
You know what? They just buried some eggs in there. Don't worry about it. Be like lost in space. Connor Curry says, we're not lost here. Goes back, throws it out in the flat. This time, nothing there. Loss of 4 on the play.
Jay Brown read that well, the far side corner, assisted by Peter Casibwe. He's the team leading tackler this season. Cole Hansen, the middle backer, and Ryan Simpson, also another backer. Up front, Joey Noble from left to right on the defensive line, James Rawls, Blake Hill, and Asher Frau, who gets the start. He has 3 sacks in limited duty this season.
Arzola and Nielsen on the far side of the field. Gamble here on the close side of the field. Connor Curry, 3rd down and 14. Here comes the blitz. Hangs in there. Across the middle of the field. 1st down, and he hung in there, Corey. And that's exactly how he gets it to Devin Nielsen on a slant pattern across the middle of the field. Give me protection. Get clear on that slant pattern. I'll get it to you. 1st down, Comets.
Looked like a basketball player there, boxing out Troy LaFridge for a rebound.
1st and 10 at the 30. 35-21. It's only a 14-point game with 9:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Connor Curry's trying to get up the ball quickly. Sneed coming out of the backfield, gets down to the 25-yard line.
And they had some halftime adjustments, working what the all defense is going to give you. If they give you something underneath, take it underneath. Don't force anything. If they're going over the middle, take that as well. Those downfield routes, however you want to say it, were compromised in the first half. In the second half, they've shortened them in positive gains on their first drive.
So, 2nd down and a long 6. Connor Curry looks over the defense. The offensive line has given him that protection. Looking for the corner. Incomplete pass, and boy, I don't know. There were a lot of hands. No, you're going to say okay defense?
Yeah, that was good defense by LaFridge. He didn't push, just put his hands out, touched, did not push. In college, you don't have to turn your head in football. You can just play the receiver's eyes and make a play. That's too many plays in that sentence, sorry.
Russell, near side of the field. Johnny Armentrout in the slot on this side of the field. 3rd down and 6 at the 24. Curry goes back, gets rushed out, gets taken down. Another sack for that defensive line.
And that is who else? Joey Noble.
So loss of about 8. It brings up 4th down and 14. And it looks like the Comets are going to punt it away. Jacob Stepanek comes in. Hornets say, wait a minute, we're a little too close, so we're going to play straight up defense. Nobody back deep for the return. Stepanek nose down, straight up, trying to get great field position. There's the ball, turn, and it is.
That's a touchback. It looked like, it really looked like it went between the legs, and Chris Murray, who downed, it looked like he had a step in the end zone when he touched it. But they're going to say It touched the player's legs as it went through the legs, and they're going to down it after 2. Wow.
Personal foul against the Hornets. Okay, wait a minute. How does that ball get?
Now it's roughing the kicker.
So, flag against the Hornets with 8:19 to go. It's roughing the kicker, and Palomar gets the ball back.
So it's 15 yards mark, so it might be short. Or is it an automatic first down? Okay, so it's right at the first down marker. Okay.
So Curry brings him out. Gamble on the far side of the field. Zach Morrell in the slot on the far side of the field. Now Morrell goes in motion from left to right. We get a flag.
It's going to be a legal procedure. Oh, they're going to call Joey Noble offside. So Joey had 1 sack, looking for another. Team's second leading tackler. Right. 2 sacks on the season. 3 gives him, or 1 tonight gives him 3. 5.5 tackles for loss.
So it's going to move it up 5 yards. It'll be first down and 5. At the 14 now for the Comets. Curry goes back. Hands it straight up the middle. Gain of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 3. So they try and go straight up the middle with Sterling on a dive play. Get a couple yards on it.
And that's Cole Hansen on the stop mark. He had a fistful of jersey. And just like Clint Eastwood, he brought him down.
Russell out wide to the right. Sterling stays in at running back. Connor Curry at quarterback, looks things over, goes back. Here comes the pressure, gets hit right there.
And the crowd from Palomar won a holding on Kari Henley. Now that one was more of a hold than the Troy LaFridge in the end zone. I don't know if I would have called it, but still, it was more of a hold.
So Arnold Yoder now comes in the game. So Yoder comes in. He'll be the back, the fullback on the play.
Mark Asherfro asked to come out of the ball game on that left end position for the Hornets. Let's see if the Comets try to exploit that side.
Yoder, the up back. Sterling goes in motion from left to right. He's the deep setback. They hand it off to Sterling. Sterling goes across the middle, tries to foul Yoder. It's going to bring up 4th and maybe yards. So I'm going to look at you. Do you go for it if you're Palomar?
Yes. Yeah, 3 points isn't going to get you anything.
7:20 to go here in the third quarter.
Besides, how's your kicker? 1 of 3 field goals, longest 27.
Hornets crowd the line of scrimmage. Connor Curry looks over. Sterling in the backfield, and we're going to get a timeout by the Comets. So with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, it's the Hornets 35, the Comets 21 on Sportsnet USA.net. Well, we talked about Fullerton College. What else is going on?
Well, I want to go back to the Fullerton College Classic. The teams that are in it, well, Fullerton, let's hope. West Hills, Saddleback, Citrus, San Diego City, and San Diego Mesa. So Thursday, Saddleback and Citrus, West Hill, whatever. Those are the 6 teams that are playing. We'll be there for 2 days, just hanging out. You should be there as well. Again, community college sports needs that support, needs your support, because it's not something that's bad. It is something that is good. And speaking of athletes,
thank you.
There you go.
I thought you were talking about me.
And we'll get to the on campus. We'll continue that tour of the Fullerton College campus and events coming up next week.
And you know what? Perry Webster's a fun coach to watch on the sidelines. He has so much passion for the game.
And Mark, here's what I've never understand about football and coaches. If you're going to go ahead and kick it, don't call the timeout and waste that timeout. Just send your kicking team out.
Ball is spotted, kick is up, and the kick is good. With 6:56 to go, well, we get it to within 11. It's the Hornets 35, the Comets 24 on Sportsnet USA.net. Corey Neyland, Gabby Neyland. Hey, next Friday night, little Fullerton College volleyball on Sportsnet USA.net. We'll be out there.
Match time 6 p.m.
Next Saturday, we're back at home. That game will also be on SportsNetUSA.net. Fortunately, we won't be pushing the buttons next Saturday when we're home at home. Of course, then again, after last Saturday, maybe we should.
No, not after this Saturday. After Mark Meter hit that 28-yard field goal. Like you said, it brings them into 35-24. And against Ventura, they were down 38-24 and lost 45-38.
Sean North. Back deep. Well, Corey, I tell you what, if Devin Correz was going to catch it, it was Devin Moore? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got the hair. And I wish the camera guy would have gotten that.
He was out pushing buttons.
Slacking. Nice turnout down here at Palomar. Wilson Field.
Dennis Houston, near side of the field.
Sorry,
Tim
Wilson
Allen.
Stadium. Sorry, Mark.
That's okay. Throw it right there. Robert Downs, the third, goes up the middle. Powerful straight arm at the 30. Gets a 30. First down for Robert Downs, the third.
24 yards. He's a good player.
I like Robert. Tim Allen still far side of the field.
I believe that's his second catch tonight.
Robert stays out there. Gress Jensen keeps it himself, straight up the middle. Jensen spins at the 35, gets it across the 40, stumbles his way down to the 43-yard line.
He's not the fastest guy, Mark, but he picks up so many yards just going straight ahead. What's the quickest point from point A to B?
Straight line.
No, Gress line.
First down and 10. Robert Downs comes to the near side of the field. Outside of him on this side of the field is Sean Carter. Gress Jensen looks middle of the field. Touchdown to Tim Allen right there.
And we were waiting for the flags, Mark. Because the screen was blown up on the near side, the offensive lineman got 5-6 yards down the field. Blocking.
Nearly calls it. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and they were blocking. And I was just waiting for the flag. And if they didn't throw that flag, I was waiting for the Palomar crowd to erupt.
So Tim Allen glides his way into the end zone and is brought back. That's like eating a Milky Way bar and realizing it was an Almond Joy. It's not the same thing.
No, because both of them are not good. I mean, went from bad to worse.
First down at 15 for the Hornets. Ball gets bounced. Skip to Gress Jensen.
Mark, you know how they have an eephus pitch in baseball? That was an eephus snap by Glenn Bernard.
So we're going to move it back with 5:46 to go. Slowly I turn, step by step inch by inch. That's exactly what's happening to the Hornets. They go in the wrong direction.
You see it there, first down and 20.
Robert Downs the third, close to us, says throw it to me. Sean Carter outside of it says, oh, I can catch it too. Tim Allen says one more time, guys. Jensen hands it straight up the middle. And the defense engages against that Hornet offensive line.
That's a good word, Mark. Nick Sooto, he was engaged in that middle of the field and bumped back. Kuros had to bounce outside, and good help by the secondary to the field. Specifically, that was Josh Bernard.
5:20 to go. Chris Jensen. Robert Downs the third, scoops it off the side, looks for a block, turns the corner. Robert Downs the third gets
special.
A touchdown.
Oh, that play is special. I didn't get the end of the end zone, Mark, but you didn't really need to see it. Talk about somebody gliding to the end zone. He picked it up off the ground. It was a low throw by Gresh. But Robert Downs at the 45-yard line realized he had three people chasing him and a blocker in Sean Carter. Sean Carter formed his own one-man wall and guided Downs the third for 6 points. There's Corey Lewis to add on the extra point. So Fullerton in the third quarter with 5:01 to play in the third, 42. Palomar Comets, 24. You are listening to Fullerton College Football on SportsNetUSA.net. Corey Neyland, Mark Pavlovich, Gabriella Neyland, in beautiful Wilson Stadium, Chick Embrey Field, in the Escondido High School, home of the Comets. You know it'd be nice, Mark, if Fullerton College had a home stadium. If they had a home stadium, students may actually show up to the games. It enhances, and I swear to you, Mark, it enhances the college experience. It really does. All games are at 1 o'clock. They don't have to have lights. All games at 1 o'clock. They can play on Hal Scherbeck Field. We can set up wherever, and we can have a good old time.
Corey Lewis, a little pooch kick in the middle of the field, right at the 30. Down at the 42. Corey Neyland likes that 1 o'clock starting time because that means that puts him home by 4 and in bed by 8.
No, but again, the 1 o'clock starting time, there's no reason to travel someplace, to pay money to rent out someplace, and then come back.
You know, I agree. I do think they should have a stadium. I agree that it's such a proud program from the Hal Scherbeck years to the Tim Byrne years, throwing Gene Murphy in between to honor all those gentlemen. I feel it should be completed. And, yeah, I'm like you. You don't want lights? Make all the games at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and plus the campus is so nice and easy and friendly for those with disabilities. Maybe you don't need that elevator.
First down and 10 for the Comets at the 50. Connor Curry, last time down, they got 3. Feels the pressure, tries to get away from it, gets a little chip block, turns the corner, throws, ball goes up, gets intercepted on a tip drill.
Jaden Gardner comes up with it, and I really couldn't tell. It's going to be a hold on Palomar, so it's going to be declined. But Gardner gets his first interception, and I can't tell. Was that Jay Brown who tipped it up?
Yeah, I think you were right on that. So another turnover for the Hornets with 4:43 to go.
And this cameraman we got just be messing up.
Next time we'll bring his brother. Think he can get here from Arizona in time?
If we had brought the Czech cameraman, it probably would have been better.
He'd be out there eating pizza right now. Quinn Commons now comes in the game. Commons unleashes it, throws it short, and if he puts it on the money, Corey, Quinn Commons probably has a touchdown through the air.
Yeah, he had Green there. And he had a step on Jay Kraft. So 2 low throws in as many attempts by the Hornets, one by Jensen, one by Commons, one caught by Downs, went 6. This one too low.
Tim Allen to the near side of the field with Robert Downs, the third, who made a great short stop, dragged off the ground, and then took it all the way home. Last time out there, Commons looks over. 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets. 42-24 with 4:36 to go. Commons takes it himself, runs down, steps away from the traffic, takes it. He goes down this time. Corey, unlike where we've seen him in the past, that arm was tucked into the body as he ran down the field.
36 yards on the run, easy first down by Commons. And I'm like, I'll make a prediction right now after this play.
1st down and 10 at the 38. Quinn Commons goes back, feels the pressure, goes to the far side of the field. Money.
Tight. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It comes out. Both the defender and the receiver went up, wrestled for it, coming down, incomplete pass.
Excellent battle down there. It looks like it was Dennis Houston. And with these phantom jerseys and uniforms, we're going to guess it was somebody. No, it was Jihad Hightower.
Last time I checked, at halftime, it was still 3-0 Santa Ana.
And still is 3-0.
Ryan Osborne, Ed Ford on the action on that one. Commons looks over. 2nd down and 10. Here comes the pressure on the corner. Commons tries to run. He gets taken down. Flag. We should get a holding call against the Hornets. And then add insult to injury. He gets taken down for a sack.
Martin Bonacci with the sack. That's the first sack of the game for the Palomar Comets, and they're going to decline the holding penalty and back Fullerton up on 3rd down. It's going to make a prediction. Mark, if Fullerton goes undefeated, you know there's no postseason this year.
That's true.
So after the Mount Sac game, their season is over for the first time in 2 years. 3 years. 2 years. 3?
3 years.
3 years. Next year, if a few of the players come back, actually it doesn't even matter. Fullerton's going to another title game.
You heard it here first. Corey Neyland on Sportsnet, USA.net. No appeal. Next year, Hornets, national champions. Quinn Commons comes up. We get a flag. Delay of game against the Hornets. That'll back them up 5 more yards. Here at Chick Embrey Field in the lovely city of Escondido. Gabby Neyland.
Enjoying the game.
Enjoying the game, watching TV in her own way. You're going to be up till about 4 in the morning, aren't you?
No.
Oh.
2:30.
Handed straight up the middle. Moore gets to the 50.
And Jair, and there is a late call, late flag. Jair Moore, game-winning touchdown last week against Ventura.
So I'm going to say it's going to have to be unsportsmanlike conduct for that sort of flag to come out.
Yeah, something was said because there was no hits. And Palomar's defense is not bad out there, Mark. They're a good-looking group.
Wow. I didn't see anything, Corey. They called personal foul, unnecessary roughness against the Hornets.
And I think it was words being said.
Dead ball foul. So Corey Lewis is getting moved back to the 20. 2 deep men for Palomar. First time we've seen that tonight. Corey Lewis almost gets it blocked, and Corey, he puts foot into it. It is going to roll dead. And here's what's interesting about the Palomar fans. They're all getting upset because Hornet players are trying to shove Comet players into the ball, which is legal to do. You don't want to be around the ball, back off, get away. Don't let them do that.
And then there was a hold on Fullerton, so they're going to re-kick this. No, you got to re-kick it. Because 10 yards after 3 is only the 13-yard line mark.
64-yard punt. Negated. Corey Lewis told me he was going to kick you a 64-yard field goal, not punt. So you're still waiting.
He said that was going to happen during the Mountside game.
Going to have to wait for that chocolate Bavarian cream cake.
No, not chocolate Bavarian. White Bavarian, you know, that type of Bavarian cream. I don't like the chocolate kind. It tastes too much like mousse. Get antlers in your teeth and everything.
Oh, so you like the white type like was like the tiramisu I had last night?
No, because I don't like tiramisu. I'm very particular.
Hi, my name is Corey. I'm fussy, Neyland.
I am fussy.
Corey Lewis says, well, watch this one. Here comes the foot. Another big boot. High floater, this time at the 25. Taken back out at the 45. So Corey Lewis gets foot into it, but the return is much better. So we've got 2:36 to go here in the third quarter, and it's the Hornets 42, the Comets 24 here on Sportsnet USA.net. Connor Curry comes out. Arnold Yoder comes in the game for protection. He's the up back. Sterling now goes out, comes back behind Yoder. Handed off to Sterling, trying to follow Yoder on the right-hand side. Yoder throws a great block to give him a gain of 8 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 2 for the Comets. Going to mark it across the 50, all the way down to the 47. So they're making a move out there. Mikhail Barkley goes out the far left part of the thing. Yoder stays in as an up back. Now we go with a tight formation. Connor Curry hands it off again. Yoder throws a block on the left-hand side. Enough to seal people there for a 1st down. So Arnold Yoder, the up back, has thrown 2 beautiful blocks to get a 1st down for this common team. 1st and 10 right at the 45-yard line for the Comets. Connor Curry looks things over. Yoder stays in the game, goes from right to left in the formation. Throw it out on the flat, on the knees. Player should have been down when he caught the football. We get a flag against the Comets. Little shoving, pushing, hands to the face. See if it's offsetting penalties on this one. Dead ball, personal foul against the Comets. So it is not offsetting penalties. It's going to move them back with 1:25 to go. Move it all the way back to the 40. They had the ball moving. 42-24 here in the third quarter on Sportsnet USA.net. Ed Ford, Ryan Osborne calling Santa Ana College on Sportsnet USA.net. Connor Curry brings him out quickly. We get a timeout on the field. Little confusion about formation. So with 57 seconds to go, the Comets call a timeout. It's the Hornets 42, the Comets 24 on sportsnetusa.net. Don't forget, driving down the street, you hear that little chunkity in your car. Maybe it's a tire that you need to change. Right now, Miller Toyota, buy 3, get your 4th tire free at Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Maybe it's just that your car's running a little rough. You know how you get that thing where you step on the gas, it just doesn't take off the way it should? Well, they've got those great tune-up specials right now at Miller Toyota of Anaheim. And with Christmas right around the corner, I tell you what, I still believe in Santa Claus. And for any Hornet fan out there that has a connection to Santa, Corey Neyland and I, we would love that new car from Miller Toyota of Anaheim. I tell you what, we want to take those rides the next few years for all those championship games for your Hornet teams. We'll no better place for Santa to pick it up at. That's right, Santa. Pick up that car at Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Located at Euclid and the 91. Miller Toyota of Anaheim is a proud sponsor of high school sports, community college sports, but most of all, education. That's Miller Toyota of Anaheim. So it's 2nd down and 25 for Palomar at the 40. Curry goes back, tries to get rid of it on a screen pass, and there's no probability because the Hornet defense was there in a drove, and Connor Curry is down on the ground.
And that's Joey Noble right there. And his inmate, and it's not, excuse me, it's not Shane Darso who's not playing today. That was actually Isaiah Curry who was in there, and let's hope Connor Curry is okay.
So we have timeout on the field with 53 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's the Hornets 42, the Comets 24 on sportsnetusa.net. Santa Ana's up 9-0 with 1:15 to play on sportsnetusa.net. Ed Ford, Ryan Osborne. Game's a minute to go. They're in Santa Ana. Wait a minute.
Wow.
Yes, that's a fast game.
And here, more events on campus this week at Fullerton College. This one is for NOCCCD employees only. On October 12th, Professional Development Conference. So that's going to be put on, and Connor Curry is up. He needs assistance. Let's hope the young man is okay. That's going to bring in Shea Morales. The Office of Diversity and Compliance Professional Development, they're going to be presenting and hosting. Also, the deadline to enter Fullerton College Library's 3rd annual Banned Books Essay Contest. That's on October 12th is the deadline. Go to the library for further information. We'll give you a little bit more information after these plays.
3rd down, 25 for the Comets, right at their own 40. Hornets back off. Go to man. Nobody can get open. We get double coverage. And Corey, what excellent defense by the secondary and the linebackers on that. That looked like a ballet choreographed out there on the coverage of those receivers down the field.
You know, nobody bit. Like a good hip-hop artist, don't bite. Fullerton College defense, they did not bite. Caused them to run out of bounds well short of the 1st down.
Sean North back deep. Sean North is going to come up, lets the ball hit the ground. And it's going to down at the 13. So we're at the 22-second mark here in the third quarter on sportsnetusa.net. Gabby Neyland, Corey Neyland, I'm Mark Pavlovich. Don't forget the Coaches Show with Ryan Osborne every week from sportsnetusa.net. You can find that on Orange News, the latest one. Ryan and I have a little conversation before this week started. Corey Neyland sort of finished up that conversation at halftime here on sportsnetusa.net. Gresh Jensen back in the game. Smothered like gravy, and then we get a flag on the play.
Mark, that's going to be a face mask on Isaac Tula. Oh, excuse me, Tuaya. And Mark, we finished up that conversation, and it's not like we don't like the administration here at Fullerton College, because they've been nothing but courteous to us. They've been nothing but trying to be accommodating to us.
Corey, you were absolutely right with 14 seconds to go. Face mask penalty on sportsnetusa.net and the Palomar Comets on the field.
But when you have a family, you know, we want answers.
Hey, don't attack my family. Don't attack my friends. Comets comes in the game, takes it up the middle. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. As we come to the end of the third quarter, it's the Hornets 42. The Comets 24 on sportsnetusa.net. Well, before we get out of here, you might as well tell us what else might be on the campus at Fullerton College.
So we talked about the banned books essay contest. You know, that's a situation where the library is hosting an essay contest. Contact that library, FC librarian, Valentine Macias, at vmacias@fullcall.edu. Here's what you need to know. First prize, $200. Second prize, $100. Third place prize, $50. Essay must be 500 to 1,000 words and are due by October 12th. Fullerton College students only, Mark. Also, the Latinx Heritage Tour. Make sure you RSV for October 12th. From 7:45 to 3 p.m., Cadena Cultural Center, room 212. The center and the Ethnic Studies Department want to get Fullerton College students out there to join them to take tour of the LA's newest cultural museum, La Plaza de Cultural Artists and Historic, Olvera Street. So they're going to go to the museum. Yeah, I know, you could have said that better. Oh, and visit Olvera Street in La Placita. Sorry, I'm reading and doing this camera.
Gresh Jensen comes back. Gresh Jensen heaves it. Tim Allen tries to go up and get an incomplete pass.
Okay, shall I try to do that one again?
Yeah, please, please.
Okay. They're going to do a tour of a museum in Olvera Street. The museum, La Plaza de Cultural y Artistes. Students will gain an understanding of the Mexican and indigenous culture, historic heritage of the LA area.
Excellent.
RSVP is required. Money paid out. Need $5 cash deposit.
They're down and 8. Gresh Jensen rolls one way, goes back the other thing, throws it right on the snide, and Dennis Houston says, thank you very much. I'm taking that one home. First down, Hornets.
Yeah, they're going to leave at 7:45 and return by about 3:30. Dennis Houston left his defender and returned the ball at the 47-yard line.
First down at 10. Jensen says, well, once you did it, twice you did it. Oh, Dennis Houston said just a little shorter. And I had that in my hand. And there seems to be a little magic between Gresh Jensen and Dennis Houston out there.
Yeah, Dennis Houston has great hands. We see the quarterbacks and the wide receivers after every practice, at least a half an hour, going through patterns, going through drills, just so they can get better, get on that same page.
Second down and 10 at the 47. Jensen comes in, looks over the defense, gets protection, steps back, goes back, throws it right there at the 30. Nobody there. Blocked down the field. Cut back in.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Fullerton College.
And there's that camaraderie. There's that connection. That's actually Sean Carter, it looks like, Mark, who put on the moves. You know Dennis Houston, you know what he's saying. Man.
This should have been mine. Corey convinced me to go on that trip, and I wasn't here to catch a football.
Traffic was bad coming from downtown. And there's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct call on Fullerton for celebration on the sideline. They weren't quite off the field yet, and they were celebrating.
So they'll take that on the kickoff with 14-16 to go.
And if it was a close game, Mark, could you take that on the extra point attempt?
If you want to.
If you wanted to?
Yeah.
So let's say if it was a 2-point game now.
I'd take it on the extra point.
Okay. What if it was going to put you down by 7?
I'd still take it on the extra point. Ball spotted, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 14-16 to go, we've gotten close to Corey Neyland's age. It's the Hornets 49. The Comets 24. Here on SportsNetUSA.net. That's in dog years. Don't worry about it.
Old is old. And also this week, Latino Faculty and Staff Association presents Free Movie Night, My Crazy Life, October 12th, 5:30 to 7:30. That's going to be at the North Orange County. You looked at me and I looked up at you and I lost my place. That's going to be at the North Orange County Community College District. The Latino Faculty and Staff Association is showing the movie Dolores on Friday, October 12th at 5:30 at the district. Popcorn and soda will be provided, so
Corey be there.
If there wasn't a volleyball match, we'd go get some popcorn and soda.
Corey be there. He'd be there during the volleyball match. I'll be right back. Ah. Thank goodness reading is not required in this job. Unfortunately, it is. Corey Lewis, Bigfoot by Lewis. Taken at the 25. Up to the outside. Dip and out. Stays on his feet. Sidestep. Oh, we get a flag in the middle of the field. We get 2. And boy, if it's a hold, it's on a trail block.
And I want to ask you, Mark, how do you feel about those holds away from the play that have no bearing on the play?
It really bothers me. I don't care which team I'm watching. I mean, it was a trail block. The trailing person was not going to be able to make a tackle. And so it's going to move them back, as it's going to be accepted by the Hornets.
So the kick return brought him to the 45-yard line of the Hornets. The holding brings them back to the 35 of the Comets.
49-24 here on SportsNetUSA.net. Next week, Chappelle Stadium, 1 o'clock. TV department's back out there. 9 cameras. Sideline reporters.
Only one person can read. That's Mark Pavlovich.
And I never get a chance. Straight up the middle. So the Comets find a little bit of speed and decide it's time to hand it off and run it straight up the middle.
That's a Wiggins. He's made a couple tackles on special teams.
So Wiggin in the backfield right now. Fake it, throw it out here to the flat. Missed tackle, and you've got to make that tackle down the sideline, Corey. And that's when you really like to have the energy as Morrell catches it and finds an opening. Zach Morrell puts on the burners, moves them all the way down the 40.
It's his third catch of the day.
Morrell goes to the far side of the field. Out with Gamble. Gamble goes in motion, comes it tight on this side. Right off left tackle. Tackle made. Gain of maybe a foot with 13 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Jay Brown is a very physical corner. Joey Noble was there to help, but Jay Brown, Mark, that pick 6 last week really set the tone for the Hornets in the first half of play. But again, he's small in stature but physical.
Second down and 10, right at the 40. Throw it, it's middle of the field, taken there by Gamble. Gain of 9 on the play.
And that was a nice play. They faked the run on the left side, threw the quick look in on the right side, and picked up that almost a first down.
Third down and 1. Throw it just off the hands that time of Logan Gamble.
And that time, Mark, he took his eyes off the ball because he saw Kari Henley approaching, and Henley did a nice job of not making contact with the defenseless receiver, but Gamble took his eyes off the ball, tried to move before contact was made and before the catch was made as well, and dropped the ball.
Barkley now on the near side of the field. So Barkley comes in on the near side of the field. Zach Morrell in the slot on the near side of the field. Fourth down and 1. Straight up the middle. Keep it yourself. Just enough to move the chains. First down for the Comets. We're at the 12-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. It's the Hornets 49, the Comets 24 on SportsNetUSA.net. Shea Morales moving the team down the field. Morales, 56% as a quarterback throwing the football. Running play down there. Boy, in the spirit of this Hornet team, Corey, they play hard no matter if they're up by 2 or if they're up by 32. That's what you like in this defensive unit, be it the 1s, the 2s, the 3s, or the 4s.
And they're trying to prove a point here for the remainder of the season. Gonna play angry.
Second down and a long 6 for the Comets, right at the 25-yard line. Morales moves Arnold over, throws it out there. Ball that could get picked off.
Yeah, I think Fullerton is playing deep. Not a prevent defense, but a defense that's allowing everything to go underneath, nothing over the top. But I guarantee you're right. If they try it again, Xavion Steele is going to go for 6.
Zach Morrell comes to the near side of the field in the slot.
Anybody want a jacket?
No, so far I'm good. I think your wife may need one.
I was asking if anybody needed a jacket.
Barkley, far left. This time to try and run it. Short of a first down. Fourth down for the Comets, sitting there at the 24-yard line. It's the Hornets 49, the Comets 24 on SportsNetUSA.net. So it's a fourth down and about 4. Here comes the pressure. Throwing for the corner, turn the head, go up, look for the football, incomplete pass. Good defense.
And that's Steele again.
And we get a flag.
Kasibwe was out there. That's the Hornet linebacker. And it looks like he was going up against one of the offensive linemen. They had words. And that offensive lineman was Quentin Maxwell.
So it'll be a dead ball foul with 9:48 to go here at Chick Embrey Field on SportsNetUSA.net.
That's Maxwell, unsportsmanlike conduct.
So Tim Allen comes to the near side of the field with Robert Downs III.
Who's had a tremendous night punt returning and receiving. 65 yards on a touchdown.
Markel Raymond in the slot on the near side of the field.
2 touchdowns in the first half.
Resch Jensen at quarterback throws it to Robert Downs III. Gets to the 45 before he gets taken down.
And you look at Robert Downs III as a player, Mark. Last year, he was just another guy in the slot. Yeah, he can make big catches. If you need him to go over the middle, he'll do that. He wasn't the star of that receiving corps, but he was solid. This year, he's a star.
Yeah,
he's punt returning, catching every ball. You saw on the reception, turning the corner, pivoting, and accelerating.
2nd down and 3 for the Hornets at the 45. Jensen moves the strength from right to left. Coming off the corner, throws it right there at the 50. Catch is made. 1st down for the Hornets. Is that Tim?
That is Tim.
Tim Allen catches that one.
His tools are his hands. Brought down by Jihad Hightower.
1st down and 10 at the 50.
I'm learning from the best, man.
They look like they're coming up. Gresh Jensen backs off. Allen stays out to the far side of the field. 1st down and 10 for the Hornets at the 50. Throw it quickly over the flat. Spin right there. Gain of a foot.
That's Luis Marquez, 6'1", out of Anaheim High School. We got to see him play last year at Anaheim High School during the CRTV 145 class games.
Sean North comes out here to this side of the field. 2nd down and 9 for the Hornets. We're at the 8-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. It's the Hornets 49. The Comets 24 on sports.usa.net. They bring the house. Moore following his blocker. Love this runner and the way he runs the football. Gain of 9, maybe 10 on the play.
If you get a chance to watch the 4th quarter of last week's game between Fullerton and Ventura and watch the final touchdown by Jair Moore, you see the type of explosiveness he has. It looked like he was going to get a gain of 12 and be stopped. He turned that gain of 12 into 6 points and in the ball game.
1st down and 10 at the 39. Look back over. Moore stays in the backfield. Gresh Jensen looks over to his right, looks over to his left. Here they come. They hand it off to Moore. Moore gets a block again. Moore squeezes his way through the hole. Another 10 yards on the play.
You see the acceleration once he hits the hole. Out of Texas.
Have time out of the field. You know, I'm going to talk about something that Ryan Osborne mentioned on the coaches show this week. He goes, well, when's the last time we had 300-yard runners? And I said, oh, Ryan, wait a minute. What are you talking about? He goes, well, last game. I said, no. You take Lucky, you take Jair, you take, and I started going down the list. When you took all of the runners, they had 323 yards combined.
Okay, so
ground.
when you have 300 total yard rushing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. That's what we thought, yeah.
Yeah, Ladarius, Gerald, and a whole bunch of other people. Yeah, they had a 300-yard rushing a couple times last year. Me remember 2016 with Pop Thomas, Philip Butler, and Wood. I forgot the kid's first name, but Wood was outstanding. He was the MVP of the championship game, and they ran the ball extremely well. And that was just one of those things that, because they were passing a lot, they didn't get the credit and the touches, but they were still very productive. As Jihad Hightower, who's had a nice game tonight, walks off under his own power.
So it's a 2nd down and 1. Zach Smith now in the game at quarterback for the Hornets with 6:58 to go. So Smith comes in. Gretsch Jensen sits down.
And Mark Dietrich Robinson is on the near side. Richardson is on the near side.
2nd down and 1 at the 30. Bacon to Moore, goes straight up the middle. Try and just get in there and get used to it. Acclimated. Zach Smith takes it himself. 1st down for the Hornets at the 6:40 mark left in this game.
Let's give credit to that offensive line again. Excellent run blockers, Mark. And we talked to Coach Zeno last week, and he said, excellent run blockers, still need to get better in the pass, but they're getting there.
1st down and 10 at the 28-yard line. Moore, the running back, has an excellent game. Zach Smith in the game now. Hands it off to Moore. Moore dips at there, turns, no place to go, gets a half a yard on the play. You look at Zach Smith comes in. This is his 3rd game he's played. Hasn't really thrown the ball much. 6 of 9 coming in. Total 97 yards. Him and Quinn Commons really haven't played much this season. Gretsch Jensen has had the bulk of the command for the offense. 2nd down and 10. Straight up the middle. Moore's got it. Gain of 5. Clock continues to run. 5:40 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's all Fullerton. And yes, the Hornets will remain undefeated this season here on SportsNetUSA.net.
Josh Bernard and Quentin Gaudet make the stop.
3rd down and 5. Quinn takes it himself. Straight up the middle. Touchdown, Fullerton College.
Zach Smith shows a lot of speed, Mark. His acceleration, wasn't expecting that.
So Zach Smith fakes it to Moore. Middle opens up and takes it in for a touchdown, and the Hornets now are into the 50s. 5:15 to go.
Now they're getting close to my age. Camera guy didn't catch the touchdown, though. He was enjoying the run. That's how nice it was. So speedy, camera couldn't keep up.
Ball is spotted, kick is up. Corey Lewis puts it through for a point. Number 56 here with 5:15 to go. It's the Hornets 56. The Comets 24 here on SportsNetUSA.net. Want to thank everybody here at Palomar College for being so kind. Corey, when we walked in, their videographer came in here and looked at us. He was supposed to share the room with us. Our beautiful partner, Gabby Neyland, would have been stuck behind us, not being able to watch the game. We come back in after going down the field. We come back up. His equipment's gone. We thought we offended somebody. He just looked at us and said, you know, that beautiful woman needed to watch the football game. I didn't want to be in her way. The kindness, and when Corey Neyland and I talk about community colleges, this just rolls over to a continuation of our conversation when we say, hey, look on the good side. Look for the reason to find something wrong, because there's too much good at a community college compared to maybe that one little miscue on the other side of the ledger.
2.
Yeah, that's what the second one was. Oh, please. Thank you, Emmett Pavlovich, for giving me that. Corey Lewis, Bigfoot. To the 3. Cut, juke in the middle, tries to go to the outside, and the defense is there. All the young people that are getting to play tonight have had an outstanding game for the Hornets.
As nice a 10-yard return as you'll see as Wiggin put a nice move on Xavier Steele. Made him pirouette.
So Shea Morales brings the team back out. That freshman quarterback who's had a pretty good year this season. 636 yards before this game in the air. Averages 159 yards a game. Get a chance to add to that here at the closing moments. straight up the middle. Collision tackle there.
That's Roboto, Mark.
Always coming at running back. Great kickoff returner. We've watched him tonight. Had an 88-yard return. A couple 40-yard returns. Handed off to Roboto again. He comes up the middle. Gets across the 20 to the 21. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Tripped up by Omar Gonzalez, who's out of California High School from Whittier. Isaiah Curry in at the line. Duke Kakiva. And C.J. Davis. Get those linebackers. Jaquan Hunt and Max Masad are the safeties.
Pump fake, throws out there. Almost picked, Corey.
It should have been picked by Max Masad. He just had his head turned. If he was ready and being more aggressive, he could have picked that off. Linebackers in there for the Hornets are Levi Adams, who wears number 53. Ronnie Velasquez, 58 in there. And Marcus Schurer, number 67.
Sean North is going to go back deep for the Hornets.
He's got a 59-yard punt return earlier this season.
Sean North tries to pick it up. The ball goes down, picked up. They're going to call it down. No touchdown. It's a muffed punt. Therefore, the play will be dead where the ball is dropped.
Can I tell you how much I hate that rule?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
I hate that rule.
Why?
If a player drops the ball, the opposite team should have the opportunity to run that and make a play happen and score a touchdown. Why penalize that team?
Well, one of the reasons they do it is so that, again, it's a safety reason.
No. No.
You still don't like it. You don't like any excuse.
I still don't like it, no.
So Palomar could have picked it up if it was a Corey Neyland rule and run it into the end zone. Since it's not, it's 1st down and 10 at the 30. Quick fly, throws to the corner, taken there, and they call it a catch.
And out at the 3. He got it. He got 1 foot down.
Okay, Corey Neyland's got the camera. He's watching it, says, I got it on cue.
And that's Russell who makes the catch. Camera guy didn't get it, but I saw it.
Goes straight up the middle. Gain of maybe a half a yard on the play.
Blake Hill on the stop.
Palomar crowd has stayed.
Fullerton crowd ain't got no place to go.
We'll be meeting up at a restaurant down the road here, taken down on the backfield.
And I got to say, this drive was much better than the drive down to Southwestern.
Yeah, well, yeah, but we're only in an Oceanside. We ain't all the way down.
I don't care. It took us 2 hours to get to Oceanside last time. And that was from San Clemente.
That's true. That's true. Nice restaurant we went to today. Had lunch. Sat with some Fullerton College parents. Throw over the corner. Incomplete pass. Going to bring up 4th and goal with 2:40 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's the Hornets 56. Palomar 24 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Corey Neyland, Gabby Neyland, cast at 3,452. Shea Morales goes back, looks in the middle of the field, caught. They give him a touchdown with 2:34 to go.
That was Gamble.
So Morales gives it to Gamble. Touchdown gets in. And the Comets get their 30th point on the board.
The extra point is also good. So 56-31.
Still an opportunity with 2:34 to go if you're a Comet fan.
Mr. Glass half full. It's been a long game, Mark.
It really has seemed like it. I mean, we know the game at Santa Ana is over. Haven't got any more emails from anybody or any more texts, so the magic phrase in the booth from now on is push the button. Push the button.
Yes.
HDMI and some of the things you need. Shank shot down the middle. Get away from one.
Turned by the up man, Spencer Owens. Or excuse me, not Spencer Owens, Joey Noble.
I was going to say, Spencer Owens hasn't played all night. Why would he be in there
I'm
now?
sorry, Joey Noble makes the return.
Joey's mom's going to look at you and say, don't you know my son?
When he's playing defense, I get confused.
Push the button.
So Lucky Appinger, 123 yards last week.
Zach Smith comes back in the game. Zach Smith looking to get 123 yards in this game on the ground.
On 3 carries.
Gets a first down. Two minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. It's all Fullerton. Hornets 56, the Comets 31. The Hornets will stay undefeated for the season here on SportsNetUSA.net.
Don't
Play
forget,
clock at 10.
next Friday, Fullerton College volleyball at 6 p.m.
Hand it off to Lucky. He dips, tries to get back. Gets taken down, tries to shed run. Takes a loss of about 6 on the play. For those of you that want to come out and watch some very exciting women's basketball, it'll be at Colleen Riley Gymnasium. Did I say volleyball? What did I say?
Basketball.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Basketball is November 8th and 9th. Thursday and Friday.
So Zach said, wait a minute, I got 123 yards rushing. Let me go back 20 yards with 55 seconds to go. So that's a volleyball next Friday night. Exciting women's volleyball.
Martin Bonacci with his second tackle, first tackle for loss.
We're at 40 seconds. Play clock at 23, so they'll run one more play. Third down. And a drive back to Orange County here on SportsNetUSA.net. Zach just says, let me just make it real easy. You take it. No gain on the play. And so with 18 seconds to go, the clock is going to run out And that is going to bring us to this conclusion of a game at Chick Embrey Field on sportsnetusa.net, where the Hornets come away with a victory, 56-31 over the Palomar Comets on sportsnetusa.net.